Hi, my name's Duncan, and I want to tell you just one important thing. Chronic kidney disease does not have to lead to dialysis or a kidney transplant. I know it might be hard to believe. I know you've probably heard over and over from doctors and specialists that kidney disease only ever runs in one direction, and that's from bad to worse. I know how frightened and frustrated and angry this must make you feel. But imagine for just one moment. What if doctors and specialists do not know everything there is to know about chronic kidney disease? And what if there is a real treatment option? And what if it's something that thousands of people have already benefited from? In fact, there is hope for reversing kidney disease. And in this short video, I'll prove it to you. Let me start by telling you a story from personal experience. It's about my wife's Nana, almost 10 years ago. Nana went to the doctor for a regular checkup. Now she's always been a happy, active, positive woman. And at the time of that checkup, she was 75 and she appeared to be perfectly healthy. The doctor did a routine blood workup and then another and then a urine test. And when she went in for the results, the doctor came in and flatly told her, "I've got some bad news." The lab results showed her GFR reading was 30, which meant she had borderline stage 4 kidney disease. In other words, she was one step away from having to go on dialysis. Now you can imagine, Nana was dumbfounded. He's a woman who is full of life, who is feeling good, who is involved with her family and ready to live much, much longer. And she was handed not a death sentence, but not something far from it either. You see, chronic kidney disease isn't just a matter of the kidneys. It impacts your whole health. And it makes your quality of life decrease so much that you might actually feel your life is over. So like I said, it was a huge shock for Nana, and it was a huge shock for all of us who were close to her. Over the following weeks, she went to see specialist after specialist to find out her options for treatment. And specialist after specialist just brushed her off. They'd say, "It's best not to worry about it because you don't have any options anyhow." This is the typical message you'll hear from doctors and specialists, and it can be so disheartening. But here's the thing. There are options. In fact, there was a treatment option that I'll tell you about, which Nana started in almost right away. And at her very first checkup just 12 weeks later, her kidney function had already begun to improve. Nana told us how puzzled the doctor was when he saw the new set of lab results. This kind of improvement wasn't supposed to happen. And yet there it was. Her creatinine had gone down. The GFR had gone up, and over the next 6 months, Nana's kidney function doubled. And she went from having stage 4 kidney disease to having stage 1. She got her life back so she could live like any normal and healthy person, being happy, being energetic, enjoying her family. I can tell you this. It wasn't a miracle, not a fluke, and not a temporary thing either. In fact, it's now 10 years later. And Nana's kidney function is still completely in check. She never had to go on dialysis. She never suffered the cascade of negative health effects. 10 years on, Nana is still smiling and laughing, cheering everybody in our family on, and enjoying herself like always. No sign of fatigue, no disease, and definitely no dialysis machine to tie her down. And it's not just Nana. I know thousands of people who've seen improvements in their kidney function. Some who were already on dialysis could reduce the frequency of treatments. Others avoided dialysis altogether, and like Nana, continue to live happy and perfectly normal lives. Either way, all these people experienced big improvements in their health and their quality of life. I'll tell you how. There are 4 key points. The first thing to note is that there's good scientific research that points the way to how kidneys can be healed. In fact, this research is lying around, performed by doctors at the Halberg Medical Hospital Research Institute in India. They looked at a group of 97 kidney disease patients, some of whom were already on dialysis and others who weren't there yet. And the doctors treated these people with a nutritional supplement over a period of just 12 weeks. You know what the results were? Creatinine and urine nitrogen dropped significantly. And the number of people on dialysis? That number was cut in half. The crazy thing is, this little supplement is just one approach that can be used to treat impaired kidney function. He's the second study performed at the Chiba Institute of Technology in Japan. 80 patients with kidney failure who were undergoing dialysis started taking a supplement tablet. And after just 4 weeks, the scientists observed significant drops in urea and creatinine levels in those patients. Even more importantly, physical strength, appetite and sleep of patients in the test group improved significantly compared to the control. That means that even when kidney function has already progressed to the point of dialysis, there are reported, scientific treatments for reversing that damage and improving quality of life. And like I said, this information is hiding out there in plain sight. If your doctors would get their nose out of 30-year-old textbooks and just look at the research that's come out in the past 5 or 10 years, they might not be so quick to dismiss you and tell you that you have to watch your kidneys go down the tubes. But that's not all. The second thing you have to know is that Western medicine, while it can be a lifesaver in some situations, isn't the only effective healing approach. In particular, traditional Chinese medicine has been treating kidney problems for thousands of years. And these treatments are evidence-based, meaning that people get better. And that's even being shown today in scientific studies. And just so we're clear, I'm not talking about going down to a little corner shop and buying bags of roots and powders that you boil into a tea at home. Instead, I'm talking about herbal medicines that come in controlled, measured tablets and capsules from levels of active constituents. So for example, there's a third study. I want you to know about it. It's about just such a herb that's used in Chinese medicine to help kidney function. Scientists in Korea did a study to see whether this is just a folk myth or whether this herb actually helps with kidney function. And you know what they found? Medical markers of kidney disease, such as creatinine level, urinary protein excretion and glomerulosclerosis, all went down after taking this little-known Chinese herb for just 6 weeks. This is something your doctor would probably say should never happen. Kidney disease don't ever get better, right? Yes, they do. It's just that these alternative methods of treating kidney disease aren't known in the West yet. And that's why it's easy for conventional doctors to say, nope, it won't happen and your kidney function will only get worse.
There are many natural therapies available. Combined with appropriate dietary and lifestyle changes, you can both reverse kidney damage and protect from further damage to your kidneys in the future. Get an effective step-by-step program proven to start healing your kidneys today. Take action by clicking the link below. You'd be surprised how well this works.
If you're ready to take action, click on the link below this video now.